It's a full-time job, mijo.
That's good. Full-time's good.
Like Pastor Marco said, after a year, you'll move on up. Ain't that right, Pastor?
Exacto.
Hey, boys, come on.
Sí,
Go
es
play over there.
posible que pague más, fíjate.
Come on. ¿Y en un año podría ser mayordomo de mantenimiento?
So, I would go from being a janitor to being a janitor? And hopefully, si me pongo las pilas and I'm lucky, I'll go maybe be janitor-in-chief, president of the janitors, king of the janitors. Nah, I'm good. I think I'll stick with Frito-Lay. We'll have a real future. Better the devil you know than the devil you don't. Hey, Vacho?
Don't be stupid, mijo. They don't believe you or care about you.
And you do? All that ever comes out of your mouth is what an idiot I am. That I ain't worth shit, I can't do nothing right. You expect me to trust you when you say God believes in me?
He does.
According to the book of Vacho.
No me hables así. You respect me in front of my company.
Respect you! Hey, check it out, Pastor. I bet you didn't know that he beat the shit out of me my whole life. But it doesn't bother me. Because I got thick skin and a hard skull. You know what really sucks, Appa? Is that I hear your voice in my head beating my brain every day. And for some reason, that's the beating I can't get up from.
I'm just trying to help.
Hey, baby.
It's getting so bad your wife is looking for help behind your back. She's lost all faith in you.
Hey! You do not speak for me, Vacho, and you sure as hell don't speak for God. Richard, look at me. I did not say that I didn't have faith in you. I know what Richard is, and I know what he isn't. Not educated, sure, but he is the smartest person that I know. He already knows God. You want to save someone? Save yourself. And then you come to him when you're the father that he needs. Come on, baby. We're gonna go put my voice in your head. Come on, kids, we're leaving. Let's go.
I don't want to go.
Come on, just go.
Now with this clip, I forget the guy's name now, the lead guy, the son. So he works for Frito-Lay, and that's why it's Flamin Hot. He is the creator of the Flamin Hot product. And at this point, I think it's the late 80s or early 90s, there was a lot of layoffs for Frito-Lay. So his wife went out and talked to his dad about a more steady and secure job, because he didn't know if he was going to be let go at Frito-Lay because layoffs were rampant. So that's how we got to the scene. The dad found a job for him that would be permanent, but he would just always be a janitor, which is what he is at Frito-Lay. He's a janitor. So that's why his dad found this job. It matches what he already has, but like in the clip, it says the only thing he would ever stay at is a janitor. He would not be able to move up. And with Frito-Lay, at least there was some kind of opportunity for him to be something else other than a janitor. So that's how we got to this situation here. Now, over here in Marriage Bros, we've spoken about parenting, okay? And this clip I put up because I've dealt with this in one way or the other, because is it better to have an abusive father or an absent father? Because I've had both, okay? My biological father, after my mom and my dad split, I didn't get to see him that much anymore, maybe once, twice a year at the most. So he was pretty much absent in my life after the divorce when I was 8 years old. And then I had a stepdad who didn't care one iota about me, just my mom. And to me, looking back, reflecting, that's actually worse, okay? That is a form of abuse, which is ignorant, just ignoring the child. That's horrible, especially when you don't have another male figure. That's very important for especially a boy to, if you have a male figure, it makes the difference. Since I didn't have one, I only had my mom. So yeah, no surprise, I grew up to be a mama's boy, but luckily I had a great mother. But this is the question to be posed. I'm sure some of you may have this situation. You grew up with this. Was it better to be abused by your dad, and then now you realize, okay, he only did that when I either did something wrong, something stupid, and that was his way of caring and discipline? If that's the case, I mean, I'll give you so much, and I'll understand that. But if it was just because he didn't care, because with his father, as he showed, he was not a good person, not even a good husband. But then it gets to the point where, and I've known some people like this, that they have a come to Jesus moment, I guess they call it. I'm sure Jay would know. And out of the blue, now things have changed in their life. And I guess you just wash away the past, but realize that when you don't treat your kids right and you do the wrong things like abuse them or ignore them, it sticks in here, okay? I'm sure there's a lot of people that go to therapy, and primarily because of their parents, because they did not get what they needed from their parents. And I hate to say this, and we've spoken about this on the channel, that men can leave once they get someone pregnant. It's a horrible reality, okay? That's why there's absent fathers, and that's why Mother's Day is hailed 100 times more than Father's Day. That's the reason. You have to realize, fathers, okay? Do your best with your kids. I know there's a quote from the Equalizer out of all movies. It's progress, not perfection, okay? There is no perfect parenting. Don't strive for that, okay? You're gonna drive yourself nuts. Just do your best. And quite frankly, I think another quote from Modern Family, Jay's character is 85% of the time, or around there, it's just showing up, just being there, okay? That is the number one thing as parents, just be there, and especially as fathers. For me, I had both. They both sucked, absent father and abusive in the sense of being ignored. It's horrible, and kids do remember that, and it stays with them. You have to know this. You're going to affect your kid. You're going to mess them up. Please, fathers, if you love them, I can say from me, and I can definitely say from Jay, we love our kids. We try our best on the daily. So just do your best. Again, showing up is number one thing.
So I can see the son's point of view, because what my wife, she likes to do with our kids is instill positivity into them. Because a lot of parents, they'll say, you're this, you're that, you're not this, you're not that. And then they grow up and they have this self-doubt, not self-worth. So that's one thing I do like how my wife, she'll tell the kids all the positive attributes. I notice like their grandparents do the same thing. And I understand the wife's point of view, whereas like if she feel her husband is or may get laid off to find something else, but going to the dad, I'm going to assume, since I haven't seen the movie, that their relationship has just been bad from he was a kid. And I would think, if I'm the wife, would my husband appreciate that, you know, go behind his back kind of to his dad to try to find him a job or whatever the case may be. Because I'm the type too, where it's like, if you tell me I'm X, Y, and Z, and then you're trying to help me, I'm not going to want your help either. I want to do it on my own. I always felt more pride of finding something on my own. And yes, the way most people get jobs, especially nowadays, is through networking, is through someone you know. So that's like what I think they say, well, when I first heard this research, it's like maybe 80% of people, they find jobs through people that they know. So I have no problem with him going off on his dad a little bit. But my only thing is, why are you doing when the pastor's there? Can you do it when the pastor's not there? Show your butt when the pastor is not there. All right. So yeah, outside of that, and the only thing that struck me were the mom said, we're going. The kid said, I don't want to go. My culture, you might get backslapped, you know, for that. It's like, you don't give commentary. You do what we say. So that stuck out in my mind too. But yeah, I understand the wife's point of view. But when she said, you're the smartest person I know, I'm like, if his dad say he's stupid, or he thinks he's stupid, and that's the smartest person you know, your circle is pretty small, or you have no friends. One of the two. I don't know.
And by the way, somebodies, I highly, highly recommend this movie. It is my #1 movie for successful Mexican representatives because this was the creator of the Flamin Hot Cheeto and whatnot for all the Frito-Lay potato chips. I would recommend it to Jay, but I already recommended a movie, The Family Man, to him, and it didn't go so well, so I'm not going to touch that.